Hello, welcome back to our channel, where we talk about fitness and health. This is episode 8 of The Beginner Roadmap for Muscle Gain.
Have you ever felt like you've hit a brick wall in the gym? Like no matter what you do, your progress has just completely stalled? Well, if that's you, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to talk about unlocking your next level with some advanced training techniques designed to absolutely smash through those frustrating plateaus. So let me ask you, does this sound familiar? You've been hitting the gym consistently for months, you feel like you're doing everything right, but the weights on the bar, they're just not going up anymore. You feel like you're just spinning your wheels. That, my friend, is a training plateau. And you know what? It's not a bad thing. It's actually a sign that your body has adapted and is ready for a new kind of challenge. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to really understand what this intermediate plateau is all about. Then, and this is crucial, we'll run through a readiness checklist to see if you're actually prepared for what's next. After that, we'll open up the advanced toolkit, I'll show you how to program these techniques safely, and then we'll get you all set for your very first advanced set. All right, first things first, the intermediate plateau. It is so important to see this not as a failure, but really as a graduation. Seriously. It's that point where the basic, tried and true methods that got you here just aren't enough to keep pushing you forward anymore. Look, you've put in the hours, you've built a solid foundation, you've mastered the basics. But that simple, beautiful method of just adding a little more weight or one more rep each week, the heart and soul of progressive overload, it's starting to slow down. That is perfectly normal. It just means it's time to add some new, more powerful tools to your training arsenal. Now, before we jump into all the cool, exciting techniques, we have got to talk about maybe the most important part of this whole thing. Are you actually ready for them? Because listen, these methods are powerful, but they're also incredibly demanding. Jumping in too soon is just a recipe for burnout or, even worse, getting injured. So let's get real for a second. This right here is your non-negotiable safety check. I want you to be honest with yourself. Have you been training consistently, and I mean consistently, for at least 6 months? Is your form on your big lifts like squats and deadlifts absolutely perfect? Are your nutrition and recovery already dialed in? And finally, have you been genuinely stuck, not just for a week, but for 3 or more weeks, even though you're trying your best? If you can't say yes to every single one of these, you're not ready yet, and that's okay. Just keep building that foundation. All right, so if you pass that readiness check, then congratulations. It is time to open the toolkit. We're going to break down 3 super distinct and seriously powerful techniques you can use to kickstart new muscle growth. First up, we've got drop sets. The concept here is, well, it's brutally effective. You do a set until you physically cannot do another rep with good form. Then you immediately, no rest, drop the weight by about 20 or 30%, and you just keep going until you fail again. This pushes your muscles way beyond their normal limits, creating a ton of metabolic stress, which is an amazing trigger for muscle growth. And just look at this table, it shows you the power of a drop set perfectly. Let's say a standard set of lateral raises gets you 12 reps with 25 pounds. Great, but with a single extended drop set, you can rack up 30 total reps. That is a massive, massive increase in training volume and stimulus, all packed into a very short amount of time. Next up in our toolkit, supersets. This one is all about workout density and efficiency. You perform one exercise, and then with almost 0 rest, you immediately jump into a second exercise. This technique is absolutely fantastic for getting way more work done in less time, and let's be honest, for creating an incredible muscle pump. Now, what's really cool about supersets is how versatile they are. You've basically got 2 main flavors. You can pair opposing muscles, like biceps and triceps. That's called an antagonist superset. Or you can hit the very same muscle group with 2 different movements back to back, like a press followed by a fly. That's an agonist superset, and it is a surefire way to completely exhaust every last muscle fiber. And finally, let's talk about cluster sets. This is a bit more of a strength-focused technique. So instead of doing a straight set of, say, 8 reps, you break it up. You might do 2 reps, rest for 15 or 20 seconds, do another 2 reps, rest again, and so on. This little trick allows you to use a much heavier weight than you normally could for that total number of reps. And this table shows you exactly why cluster sets are such a game changer for strength. Look at this. For the same 8 total reps on the squat, a cluster set lets you use 245 pounds instead of 225. That extra 20 pounds on the bar provides way more mechanical tension on the muscle, and that is a key driver for both strength and size gains. So now we've got our tools: drop sets, supersets, and cluster sets. But look, knowing what they are is only half the battle. Now we need to talk about the how to program them into your routine in a way that's smart, safe, and actually effective. I want you to burn this quote into your brain. This is probably the most important thing to remember. These advanced techniques, they are the icing, not the cake. They are the finishers, the special sauce. They are not the cake itself. The foundation of your program must always be solid, standard sets with good old progressive overload. And these are the golden rules you have to follow, no exceptions. First, use only one of these techniques per workout, maximum. Second, only apply it to 1 or 2 exercises, and almost always on the very last set to just finish off a muscle. Third, you gotta choose the right tool for the job. Drop sets are amazing for isolation moves, while cluster sets really shine on big, heavy compound lifts. Fourth, and this is a big one, you have to monitor your recovery. If you feel run down or overly sore, you're doing too much, so back off. And finally, cycle these techniques. Use one for maybe 4 to 8 weeks, then take a break from it. This prevents overuse and keeps your body responsive to the stimulus. Okay, we've covered the why, the what, and the how. Now it's time to put it all together and get you ready to actually take that next step in your training journey. It's time to level up. So here's the big takeaway. You are now equipped with a powerful toolkit to intelligently and strategically break through any training plateau. We've defined the problem, we've checked your readiness, and we've explored 3 awesome techniques. And most importantly, we've laid out the rules for using them wisely. Just remember, with these techniques, less is almost always more. The goal is to stimulate growth, not just annihilate yourself. And that brings us to the final thought. When you look at these 3 tools, the insane metabolic stress of drop sets, the awesome efficiency of supersets, or the pure strength stimulus you get from cluster sets, which one are you going to strategically add to your kit this week?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, which give us motivation to make better content for you. See you in the next episode.